Last class video we already discussed about casting, what is casting process and how can you define casting, and explain about the casting process. So let I will repeat once more, and please listen it. Overall, uh, so casting is a process. Casting is also called founding. It is one of the oldest process and cheapest methods producing parts of desired shape. So it is defined as shaping of a material in liquid state. So in casting, the liquid metal is poured in a mold cavity. So here casting means so shaping of a liquid metal. So here see in this diagram it is called a pouring cup. So a pouring cup is a part which receives the molten metal from ladle. So molten metal are also called liquid metal. So pouring a liquid metal into the mold. After complete solidification, the part is removed from the mold. So this entire orange color is sand. So this is a pattern. So see, lower part of the mold is called drag. Upper part of the mold is called cope. So the cope and drag are both are contact both are contact by a locking screw. So after complete solidification, you see this blue color indicates a shape of a material. So the liquid molten metal poured into this mold through pouring cup, runner, gate, and riser. So runner, it is a passage which allows molten metal from the sprue and send it to the mold. So this white see in this diagram, this white color, this dotted line is called core print. So it is a free space, and see this is a riser. This is a riser. Riser itself, it means it serves as a stopping the liquid or filling the liquid, where we need to check from the riser it is filled or not. So that is the function of riser. So after complete solidification, we can remove this mold, and we can separate this mold. So the part is obtained by the casting is called casting. So actually this is the topic last class we completed. So today we are going to discuss about a new topic, that is classification of castings. Classification of castings. So casting is classified as a metal casting process. So casting is a metal casting process. So according to the type of mold used in two types. So according to type of mold, first one is expandable mold casting. Second one is permanent mold casting. See, in expandable mold castings, examples: sand casting. So this one is the sand. Last class we are already discussing. So this one is the sand casting. Shell molding and investment casting. So these are the examples of expandable mold casting. And coming into the next, permanent mold casting. So gravity die casting, pressure die casting. Next one, centrifugal casting. Centrifugal casting. So these are the classification of castings. So based on mold, so metal casting process are classified according to the type of mold. They are classified into two types. First one is expandable mold casting. Second one is permanent mold casting. So in expandable mold casting, sand casting is the best example for expandable mold casting, and die casting is the best example for permanent mold casting. So let us discuss first one. What is expandable casting? Okay, what is expandable casting? So expandable molds are made of sand, plaster, ceramics, and some other similar materials. So mold means this is the mold. Actually, this is called mold. So this mold is prepared by the some materials, sand. So here in expandable casting is made of sand, plaster, some plastic material, and ceramics. Ceramic means some composite, two or more composite materials combining of is called ceramics. So similar which are generally mixed with various binders. So these are three mixed with various binders. Suppose sand is mixed with some clay and water. Clay means clay అంటే మట్టి జనరల్గా శాండ్ ప్లస్ మట్టితో కలిపి మనం తయారు చేస్తాం మౌల్డ్ అది. సో దట్ ఈస్ కాల్డ్ బైండర్. సో శాండ్ ఈజ్ మిక్స్డ్ విత్ క్లే అండ్ వాటర్, ప్లాస్టర్ ఈజ్ మిక్స్డ్ విత్ some other materials, and ceramics is mixed with some other binders, fibers like that. Okay, after that casting has solidified, the mold in this process are broken up to remove the casting. See, in expandable casting, after solidification, please listen carefully, after solidification, the mold is broken up to remove the casting. See, in this process, so in expandable casting are made of sand, plaster, ceramics with some other binders like clay and water. So after solidification, and what is casting process? Basically, casting process is a molten metal or liquid, shaping of a liquid metal or pouring of a liquid metal into the mold cavity and then allowed to solidify sometime. So after solidification, we need to remove that part, final product from the mold. So in expandable casting, after solidification, the mold is broken up to remove the casting. See, example I will say here. So in the already we discussed in last class. So in this a molten metal poured into a poured from pouring cup, which gains from ladle and send it to the runner, from the runner send it to the mold. So and it allows to after complete solidification, it will becomes from liquid state to solid state. After the completion of casting process, we need to remove this pattern. So suppose this is expandable casting, because of the mold is prepared by the sand. So the upper part and lower part are prepared by the sand. So we can broken up into the mold, and then we can receive this final product here. So in expandable casting, the main point in expandable casting is after solidification, the mold is broken up into to remove the casting. Okay, sand casting is the most example for. So sand casting is the most example for uh, sand casting is the most example for of the expandable casting. See, this is the diagram for sand casting. See, this is the sprue. Already in last class we are discussing on some diagram. So sprue is a vertical passage which receives the molten metal from pouring cup, and this is sprue well. So this is sprue well which carries liquid, and this is the mold cavity. So here this is the the product of whatever we gain from the casting process. So this is the riser. So riser is, it serves as a stopping of fluid or filling of completely fill or not, we need to check from the riser. And see, this is the cope. The upper part of the mold is called cope, and the lower part of the mold is called drag. So these dotted lines are all nothing but sand. So after complete solidification process, we can broken up into these two parts. So can remove can broken up into the two parts by hand or by some tools, and later we discuss what are the tools used in this foundry section, this casting section. So this is the sand mold. So this one is the best example for expandable mold casting. So next one is, we are going to discuss about permanent mold casting. So sand casting is the example for expandable casting, expandable mold casting. And next one is, we are going to discuss about permanent mold casting. So in permanent molds are repeatedly to produce many castings. They are designed in such a way that the casting can be easily removed and the mold is used for next casting. See, the main difference between the permanent expandable casting and permanent mold casting is, in expandable casting, once you prepare the mold, we need to broken up. We need to, after solidification, we need to broken up the mold for remove the casting. But in permanent mold casting, there is no need to broken up the mold because of some metals are used. And also, see, I will give clarify to you. See, this is the cold chamber die casting. So this is the plunger. So this is the passage which receives some liquid metal. So it is nothing but piston with cylinder arrangement. So these are all are made by some metals, so like cast iron. So this is a, see here, this is the die. Die is nothing but తెలుగులో జనరల్గా మనం అచ్చు అంటాం కదా, అచ్చుని డై అంటాం. సో అంటే మనకి ఈ షేప్లో ఉన్నది ఇది ఒక డై. అంటే మనకి ఈ షేప్ ఆఫ్ మెటీరియల్ కావాలనుకోండి, సో అదే షేప్లో ఉన్న డైని పెడతాం. సపోజ్ ఇంకొక షేప్, ఫర్ సపోజ్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ నాకు ఈ టైప్లో కావాలనుకోండి, సో మన డై కూడా ఈ టైప్లో ఉంటుంది. సో అట్లా డై అంటే అది జనరల్గా. సో ఈ చూడండి ఇక్కడ జనరల్గా ఈ డయాగ్రామ్లో, సో దిస్ ఈస్ ద డై విచ్, సో from plunger is nothing but piston. So we need to apply the force on the piston, and then the liquid metal compressed with the help of plunger and send it to a die through the die cavity. And these are the ejectors. So after solidification, ejectors are clamping by bolts and nuts. See here, these are the completely closed by the bolts and nuts. So these are these things are all are made by some cast iron, and this one is also cast iron. So after complete solidification, we need to see, these molds are made are metals that maintain their strength and high temperature. That is heat resisting materials. So generally in previous expandable mold casting, sand casting is the best example for expandable mold casting. So they are not permanent mold casting. They are after solidification, we need to take the part from final product from the casting. Definitely we have to broken up the mold, but here no need to broken up the parts, because of all metals are manufacturing by the some metals at a high temperature and at a high resistance material. So die casting is the most familiar process of mold casting. The features of cold chamber die casting are see these are the cold chamber die casting parts. Clamping force, so these are the clamps are totally completely closed by the clamps and nuts and bolts. These are the ejectors. As if any excess metal molten metal into the in the die, it will comes out from the ejectors. So more intricate and large size castings are generally possible with the expandable mold. So generally more intricate shapes. Intricate means some difficult shapes. Large size castings are generally possible with the expandable casting. Parts made in permanent mold castings are limited in size. So the main difference between permanent and expandable mold casting. So in permanent mold casting, we are using only limited size of castings we are manufacturing, and in expandable mold casting, intricate shapes and large size castings can be founded. Okay, so next what advantages. So I will explain point to point. So first advantage, size is not a limitation. So casting process or in any process, size is not a limitation, because of we need to prepare mold. So whatever required the size, so that size the replica of product can be prepared by the mold. So parts ranging from size from small to very large. Okay, intricate components. So here intricate component means different components and different sizes and different grooves with cavities, and these are several metals. Example, gray cast iron, which can only be cast. So some metals can be cast. So gray cast iron, white cast iron, graphite cast iron. These are the types of cast irons, and metal castings can be adapted for a job work as well as mass production. And casting in general resist creep under high temperature. So resist creep. What is creep? The creep is a mechanical property. The creep is defined as the slow and progressive deformation is called creep. So కాస్టింగ్స్ నుంచి వచ్చే ప్రోడక్ట్స్కి క్రీప్ ప్రాపర్టీ ఎక్కువగా ఉంటుందని చెప్తున్నాడు. ఓకేనా. అండ్ ద మేజర్ లిమిటేషన్ ఈస్ కాస్టింగ్స్ డు నాట్ ఎక్స్బిట్ డైరెక్షనల్ ప్రాపర్టీస్. ద స్ట్రెంగ్త్ అండ్ టఫ్నెస్ ఆఫ్ కాస్టింగ్స్ ఆర్ యూజువల్లీ ఇన్ఫీరియర్ టు ఫోర్జింగ్స్. అంటే జనరల్గా టఫ్నెస్, స్ట్రెంగ్త్ కంపేర్డ్ టు అదర్ some other manufacturing process is very low. The process is not suitable for metals having high melting point and low fluidity. సో హై మెల్టింగ్ పాయింట్ ఉన్న ప్రోడక్ట్స్ని మనం కాస్టింగ్ చేయడం కష్టం. సో నెక్స్ట్ వన్, అప్లికేషన్స్. సో కాస్టింగ్ ప్రాసెస్ ఆర్ ఎనేబుల్ టు అబ్టైన్ పార్ట్స్ ఇంట్రికేట్ షేప్. టిపికల్ అప్లికేషన్స్ ఆర్ సిలిండర్ బ్లాక్స్, లైనర్స్, పిస్టన్స్. సో అంటే ఐసీ ఇంజన్ పార్ట్స్ మీన్స్ జనరల్గా ఇంటర్నల్ కంబషన్ ఇంజన్ పార్ట్స్ అంటాం మనం జనరల్గా. సో అంటే మన బైక్స్లో కానీ కార్లో ఉండేవి ఐసీ ఇంజన్ పార్ట్స్ అంటాం. అందులో ఉండే సిలిండర్, ఇది సిలిండర్. దిస్ వన్ ఈస్ పిస్టన్, దిస్ వన్ ఈస్ కనెక్టింగ్ రాడ్, దిస్ వన్ ఈస్ క్రాంక్ షాఫ్ట్. సో దీస్ ఆర్ ఆల్ పార్ట్స్ ఆర్ మేడ్ బై దిస్ కాస్టింగ్ ప్రాసెస్. అండ్ ఆల్సో పిస్టన్ రింగ్స్, మిషన్ టూల్ బెడ్స్ అండ్ ఫ్రేమ్స్. మిషన్ టూల్ బెడ్స్ మీన్స్ మన వర్క్షాప్లో ఉంది కదా జనరల్గా డ్రిల్లింగ్ మిషన్ కానీ లేకపోతే లేత్ మిషన్ కానీ, వాటి బెడ్స్, మెయిన్ మిషన్ బెడ్స్ అనేవి కంప్లీట్ ఐరన్తో కంప్లీట్ అది ఒక సాలిడ్ వర్క్ అనమాట. సో సాలిడ్ వర్క్ ఎక్కువగా కాస్టింగ్లో యూజ్ చేస్తాం. సో దీస్ ఆర్ ద డిఫరెంట్ అప్లికేషన్స్ ఆఫ్ కాస్టింగ్ ప్రాసెస్. So main IC engine parts, cylinder, this one is cylinder, this one is connecting rod, this one is piston rings and crankshaft. So these are the parts are manufactured by the casting process. And So these are the applications of casting. So finally, what are the steps involved in casting process? See, listen one more time. Making a pattern of the part with all details. See, pattern means already we'll discuss about this. So this is the pattern. So this is the pattern. So this entire is nothing but, this part is nothing but pattern. So making of the pattern of the part with all details, making a mold by packing the sand. So this is the mold. See, this one is mold, this is pattern, and this one is mold. Inserting cores if required. Course means already see in this core print and core print. So core print means it allows the free space which required. If you required, allow the free space or not, it is our requirement. So melting and pouring the molten metal into the mold. So and after solidification, casting is removed from the mold. So this is the main steps for doing casting process. First of all, making a pattern, and next making a mold and inserting cores if required, and next melting and pouring the molten metal, and after complete solidification we remove the mold and to take on the final product. So next class we are going to discuss from what is pattern and how to making of pattern making. Okay, thank you.